When you think the word celebrity, you think red carpets, sports cars, luxurious mansions, charming looks, fancy clothes, and that perfect smile. And of course, fat stacks of cash. The ideal life of a perfect individual. But are they also intellectually perfect? Any criticism against them is considered blasphemous and must be shut down? Or are some of them living in a bubble, unable to comprehend the trials and tribulations of the common man? Recently, the lockdowns have shown, when left to their own devices, some of these perfect people can be rather dorky. In March of 2020, 60 million people in Italy were placed in lockdown, as Italy at the time has suffered from the highest numbers of casualties of COVID in the world. There, a man looks at the desolate streets, his neighbors, whose faces were filled with worries and fears. He thought to himself, "What can I do to cheer my people up?" And so he did the only thing he could. He brings out his trumpet and played a beautiful rendition of Imagine by John Lennon. And this clip went viral and boosted the spirits of other people who are going through the same thing in the world. So one celebrity had a brilliant idea. "You know what? I could do you one better. I'm gonna gather my rich friends and sing the same song, which is about having no possessions, from the safety of my penthouse in Malibu. And the world is going to love me for it." The world didn't. No, it really didn't. The backlash was swift and merciless.
This is not the time when everyone's Grammy's dying, you fucking idiot, to sing Imagine There's No Heaven.
And this is gonna make everybody feel better, because they'll get to see us celebrities singing to them.
You can tell they're going, "I'm such a good person for doing this."
I think they all thought they were doing something nice, but it's just so dumb.
The beauty of the trumpet player's actions was from the fact that he was in the heart of the situation, and he had nothing else to offer but his music. But Gal and her friends? They could have done just about anything else. If they were feeling cheap, they could have pulled some amount of dollars and donated. It doesn't even have to be a lot. Or they could also send some poor soul to donate PPE if they don't want to risk themselves. But instead, they do this. Remember this person from the singing montage earlier? By the way, also an Israeli-born actress. She rejected Israel's Genesis Award, also known as Jewish Nobel, and $1 million. So while one is fighting for what she believes in and not worrying about the optics, the other is just appealing to public opinion. While seemingly unable to see what's happening to her so-called neighbors.
You are stealing my house!
And if I don't steal it, someone else is gonna steal it.
By the way, that dude's lucky he wasn't in America.
Couldn't help but notice you're trespassing on my land.
Celebrities have also tried going political during the lockdown. A certain group of people felt remorse for the black communities and started a movement called I Take Responsibility. They even have a website and made videos pledging to act against racism.
I take responsibility.
I take responsibility.
I take responsibility.
Well, boys, we did it. Racism is no more.
The COVID-19 lockdowns were a trying time. People had to stay home as a social responsibility to the public to protect themselves and their loved ones. But apparently, someone didn't get the memo.
Didn't you get the memo?
Actress Evangeline Lilly took to social media saying that she preferred having her freedom rather than getting sick. One would think that being on a show about being stuck on an island would teach her the dangers of being sick in a closed community. But apparently not. Thankfully though, we had Sansa Stark there to save the day.
I don't give a about your freedom. You could be infecting other people, other vulnerable people around you by doing this. So stay inside, guys.
2020 have exposed some celebrities to be kinda out of touch. But it has also revealed some to be just really wholesome people.
Brother older, bold enough to fold you. Yo, I told you, afraid of what I made and played it with some funky twists of sage flips and tricks. Put that music in your funky day.
And for every Johnny Depp, you're sometimes gonna get an Amber Turd. And then, there's Gina Carano.
This is like being in jail, is what it is.